Greetings and welcome to the Fireside Chat. My name is Karaz and with me is Jennifer and Howard. Say hello.
Hello.
Hey.
So this is our yet another the Fireside Chat right after. This is the third week I'm in quarantine actually. Yeah, and I'm still home. Nowhere. Go anywhere. How about you guys?
Let's see. It's my 16th day at home.
It's been 16 days since you left the house.
Yep.
Ooh,
I
I
think at
mean,
this point, I don't know. I think I went through the whole people get stir. I'm way beyond that now.
Yeah, this is my 21st
I mean,
day.
yeah, I mean, the only thing I leave the house for normally is like, like if I need to go out, but that'd probably be for work, not this work, but just so it's not like fun, but it is like I get to go outside and drive for 5 minutes or whatever. It's not just trapped inside.
I
I think
see.
I've seen a lot of people. There's a lot of people. I think just driving around, like they're not actually going anywhere. They're just, they don't want to be in the house, so they go for a drive on the
It's
back
a
roads and
yeah.
stuff.
It's a good idea. Really, it's a really good idea. Just kind of go for a drive, get some sun, right? Uh,
Yeah. We usually we have joggers and stuff go down by our house because there's usually not much traffic here. But now that I think about it, that's the one thing I haven't seen is people walking their dogs or going for a jog or whatever.
I mean, you could. I mean, you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
You could just like go out, but you just don't. You're just using
yeah, I
COVID-19
just
as an
don't.
excuse. It's just like, oh yeah, no, I don't go
It is
out
pretty cold
because
today.
of COVID-19. No. It's just that's the
No,
reason.
I'm
But
normal. It's
you
everything's
just don't.
everything is normal for me. Uh,
All right, so what do we have new for
um,
today?
well, we made a big announcement this week.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. We have partnered with Curve Digital for Embr.
Yep, we got a publisher
Um,
now.
it's really exciting. Um, yeah, we put announcements out. There's a new trailer up. If you haven't seen that yet, you can check it out on our YouTube channel or in Discord. Posted it there. Um, or on Steam. It's in the Steam announcement as well. It's it's nice. It's new. It's shiny.
I see.
Uh-huh.
In case you guys are not on our Discord yet, it's discord.gg/Embr, right?
Yeah. Embr.
EMBR,
EMBR. Yeah.
not EMBER, EMBR like Uber, but Ember.
We always drop the E. Drop the E out of the ER.
Keeping the E is like Web 1.0, right? That's like 20 years ago. We're in Web
Yeah.
3.0 generation of branding, so you got to drop the E. You just got to be cool.
See,
Like I mean, even like Web 2.0 era, like Flickr, right? I mean, it's like how many services drop the E, Doppler, whatever,
Mm.
you know.
We've got our grappler and our finder and all of the tools. Well, okay, not all the tools, but many of the tools reflect that. It's good. We also did an interview with Radio Retro Future on YouTube this week. It was fun. It was what, an hour and a half,
about an
I think.
hour.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That was cool. I enjoyed it. We just got to sit and talk about Guns of Icarus, which we don't do that much anymore.
No, that is true.
So it was cool to get back to this is all about Guns of Icarus.
I see. I did see the
Had a power
stream, by the
fluctuation.
way. I was there.
You should go watch it. It's on YouTube.
Hey,
Are
it's
you
on YouTube
asking me to
Radio.
post the link for you?
Radio Retro Future. I think it's called, right?
Yeah, I'll get the link for you and post it in chat for you.
So go watch that if
Yep.
you're interested in design of Guns of Icarus. It's hell of a like Guns of Icarus is like from 2012, right? Or 13?
I want to say
Remember.
release was 2013. We celebrated our 7th
I
year
joined in
anniversary last year.
2014, so wait, I joined in 2014. That was already a 2-year anniversary, so it was 2013. 2012.
2012, I think. I believe.
Reading Sun Zeri.
I should know this, but I wasn't around then either.
Yeah, I joined in May, 14th May, I think, or March 2014.
There's the link. Did it resend my previous message for some? Well, whatever.
Yeah, it did.
Anyway, yeah, it sure did. That's weird. But yeah, that's the YouTube link for our interview with Radio Retro Future. If you've been with Guns of Victory, you probably know all the lore already. But Radio Retro Future is also talking about doing lore videos, which is really I'm excited to see what they do with the lore, everything. Excited to watch those videos. If it's an if, but yeah, excited.
Reading Ghost Banana.
Well, I said hi again because I think because I
No.
missed posting again. Yeah. If you have any questions for us, feel free to put them in chat and we'll get to them. Embr development is ticking along, albeit a little. Would you say a little slower than we would like, just because everybody's stuck at home? Howard?
Huh?
Embr development is going just a little slower than we'd like, just because everybody's stuck at home, but it is ticking along.
I think it's ticking along. I mean, I think probably the thing that would have been like impacted the most, and it could potentially impact us the most going forward, is just like design, just with like jamming on, bigger design ideas or
Gotcha.
systems. So like I think because at least getting to early access, a lot of the bigger like content pieces are like already in. It's probably a little bit less impactful, right? Like if we are kind of like earlier in Embr's development, where a lot of the bigger systems are still being worked out, then I think it would have been more difficult. I mean, because just there are some things that I think it's easier to do if we're all just sitting in a room, right? Like just jamming on an
Right.
idea. But I think by now, I think a lot of the stuff that a lot of foundations already in place. I would say all the foundational things already in place. So it gets easier. So for example, like we had to rework a little bit of tutorial because it wasn't that adequate in teaching a couple of things. But we could, like, for that kind of stuff, we could quickly just hop on Discord and just like kind of come up with ideas, because like the most of the tutorial has already been built. So in that sense, it's a lot easier. But going forward, when we're talking about you know some of the larger pieces, like a new game mode or a campaign and whatnot, it'll be more difficult. I think the way we'll have to shift is someone have to take the initial pass in writing up the specs and we'll have to like work a little bit more in Google Docs, and we'll have to more calls and things like that. So there's definitely some efficiency lost. That's kind of irreplaceable in face-to-face communications, but by and large, though, I would say maybe we're 90-95% like where we are.
Oh,
I
okay.
think we're pretty well adapted to just remote working, right? Just because we're so used to like doing everything through teleconferencing and through through Discord, through
Right.
GDocs, through Trello, and so on. So
So you
I
have
think
to
for
work
us,
with me every
yeah,
day.
yeah. Yeah. It's like I either,
Um,
rant on Discord or I rant on, you know, on a call or I rant in person, right? Like, I mean, it's definitely more difficult, but it's slow us down that much so far.
right.
It's also kind of I mean, some of it's just more emotional, like we're by ourselves, right? I mean, there's some of the team building and like cultural stuff it's harder. It's just harder, just like when we're there, we eat together. A lot of us play Smash together or whatever. We're just banter, right? Like, um, that I think is just harder to replace. And so obviously we're a little bit more isolated. And I think the morale and the um, kind of the team like community aspects is like harder to manage, right? Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to do something about right now. Like when we're all like remote, like the best we do is on Discord. Just like in our like sort of the COVID-19 check-in Discord channel, like
Yeah.
kind of shares how we're doing. Yeah, but I think like that aspect is definitely harder.
Did you want to
Interesting.
get everyone together and play something every lunchtime?
Yeah, I mean
Just
that's a thought. Like I think for me, yeah, like for me personally, it's actually pretty tough because I didn't have a right. So like I do my
oh
testing like every Friday in office, right? Like or Thursday, like in office, right? But now I actually can't test. So like
okay.
I feel like I'm definitely feeling like flying blind. I mean, it's to the point where like well this goes on for like much longer. I might just need to like when we're especially with new levels, right? Like I haven't personally tested the newest levels, and that always like worries me because like for myself, just because I don't know
You
as much as
wanna
like
you
what.
wanna see
Right.
yourself
I mean,
play through it
exactly.
yourself.
Like I can't get feedback, and I can't like I mean I can't really communicate what those levels are. Like it's kind of hard. It's really difficult, and it's to a point where I'm thinking about just like buying a PC. But like I was
Right.
just like, oh shoot, I don't even know when I can get a PC delivered, and
Right.
yeah, and it's like obviously expensive, so I don't know. I mean, it's just yeah, it's kind of tough. Yeah, I mean, I think like that's kind of cool. Like, cause yeah, I mean, if we there's a game that can find that everybody wants to play together, it's cool. I think we could definitely like broach that idea to everybody. And we'll see, right? Like, but I think right now it's like we're on weird hours. I feel like when everybody's just at home for all this time, it's kind of hard to keep track of time in the day,
Yeah,
of the week. Yeah, and
for
then
sure.
like
I feel that.
right now, I think during the day we're all like just sprinting on a lot of our tasks to try to you know just try to get the game um ready. So it's also like tough.
Mm.
But I think maybe in a couple weeks do something.
Mm.
We'll just do like a group based. Although like a lot of us, we're all
You're
like
breaking up a bit.
disheveled.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if we even need cameras necessarily, but yeah, do
Yeah.
some VR. No, I don't even know who has VR. Matt does, right? I don't know who else. I got to get around to play the Half-Life Alex. I haven't tried it yet.
I wish I
Uh,
could. I don't have a VR, so
Mm.
options are very limited.
Well, there's tons of games. Doesn't
Of
have to be
course,
VR,
like I have a huge backlog of games I played and didn't finish or wanted to play.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So but still, since I still go to college, well, go, uh, I'm stuck at home just studying or playing video games in between. So
Mm.
and work like
Right.
sometimes.
Mm. Do you want to make the announcement?
What announcement?
The one you talked. You want to tell us about
Oh
streaming
right.
plans?
Oh okay. So April 11th. If you guys know Embr Gaming Network, we're doing a charity live stream for them on April 11th. It's still in state of planning. Like we only know bits and pieces, but we are doing it as well as other streamers. I think it's for a gaming museum.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, if you guys are interested in like a bunch of streamers playing video games or other activities, I'm not sure who is doing what.
Yeah, we'll have
Then
more information next week.
yeah, we don't have. We will have more information next week. But yeah, we will be playing Embr on the stream. So,
Yeah.
what is your
Well,
favorite
depending on how long.
free to play game? Bonsard asks.
Well, me first.
Hmm?
Depending on how long we have there, we might play a bit of Ember. We might play a bit of Gun. You know, especially if
Hmm.
we play Guns, we can get people to hop in with us.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we'll see. It's definitely still in planning. Um, favorite free to play game. I not sure. What games are free to play?
Oh yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Warframe.
okay. I
Frame,
mean,
right?
you guys might like just throw stones at me, but like all the free to play games that I play are on my phone. Well, and so I would just say the two that I still play are well, okay. So I play just like I mean, it's like full confession to like people playing, but I still play Clash of Clans. All right, I'm in a clan. Been there for a long while, so I still play Clash of. It's not greatest, whatever, but I'm still doing my thing. I do play Pokemon Go. Although I have not played Pokemon Go in the last 3 weeks for
Right.
obvious reasons. But I used to play Pokemon Go, and I kind of enjoy it actually because it's a way like it's basically like if I go for a run, right? If I walk somewhere, then I would just turn on Pokemon Go, and yeah, sure, you might catch some Pokemons or whatever, but it's also like just it's like a good, exercise tracker, right? It's like, okay, fine. I either open up an app to count my steps, or like I turn on Pokemon Go and catch an egg or something, right? So I do enjoy Pokemon Go. And then I play this like word puzzle game called Word Cookies or something. So I do play a few free play games on my phone. That's my limited extent of playing free-to-play games?
I mean, I also have one free-to-play game on the phone. It's called Sega Heroes. And I've been playing that since beta and release. That's pretty much anything. And free-to-play. Let me check my libraries. Actually, I do have Warframe, but I didn't play it in a while. And that's pretty much it. You could count Counter-Strike Global Offensive as a free-to-play now. It is
That?
free-to-play, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you can purchase an authentication, like it's against like Smurf accounts and hackers.
So it just like gives you a tag in game that says this
Yeah, it
person
will
paid.
like authenticate you, and you need to also like, I think like have a phone number and stuff. I did play World of Tanks as well in high school or middle school for some. I didn't play that in a while. World of Warships I didn't play, and Crossout I don't know that. That's pretty much it. I usually play, of course, paid games.
Let's see, mine, at least according to Steam, are TF2, Warframe, and MechWarrior Online.
Okay,
But the only one of
TF2
those,
is also there. Okay.
yeah, the only one of those I've played like in the last. Well, I played MechWarrior Online a little bit in the last year, but the only one I really play is Warframe. And Warframe, Warframe says it's free to play, but it has definitely claimed money.
Oh, did it? Have you ever paid? Like, of course, well, you just said you paid
I
for
have
free to play.
absolutely put money into Warframe.
How did you ever put money into a free to play game?
Yes. Yes, I hate myself every time I do it, but I hate it.
I
I
have
think
to
But I do
say
it.
that I did not paid anything for a free to play game. In a free to play game.
Okay, especially for Pokemon Go, all right? Like, that just, I hate myself, but do it. It's just like, ooh, shiny Ray Pass. Here, oh, I'm out of Ray Pass. Okay, God, fine. Here's $1. Sure, here's another $1. Please. You know, it's like, it's a ripoff, but just like, ooh, come on.
Fine, okay.
It's like totally taking advantage of, gamblers' addiction, like people's addiction, right? It's like,
yeah.
'cause I'm such a collector's or completionist gamer. So it's like, oh, it's like, oh, okay, you have a shiny Pokemon out there. If you just pay $1 more, you might get it. It's just like, God, it's just, yeah. It's like taking advantage of people's like gambling mentality or completionist mentality, just totally exploiting it. And I know it, but I just can't help myself.
I
Yeah,
see.
that's how I am with Warframe. Except it's not $1. It's more than that.
No, I've spent okay in total.
Uh,
I must have spent $30
puts
on Pokemon.
so much money into Warframe. I'm not happy about it, but
Oh no, I don't want to ask how much.
I couldn't tell you. It is too much.
It's already forgotten. Yeah, I not paid anything for in a free to play game at least.
Yeah, MechWarrior Online, I put the most money I put into MechWarrior Online was because I wanted to play it in closed beta, and one of the ways to get to do that was to buy the Founders Pack. I haven't put too much into it since. I haven't played it much since it's closed beta, really, but it was fun. Hop into it every now and then.
I see.
Unfortunately, I mean, Warframe, especially MechWarrior Online, though, it's free, but both of them are very grind heavy to get anywhere. There aren't a lot of free to play games where, I mean, they kind of need that grind because the grind is how they get you to buy things, right? Because you either grind or you pay money.
Indeed.
And that's I don't mean to sound too salty about that, because I mean I know it's my choice to pay the money instead of grinding, but yeah, it's just how it is.
Yeah, they
Except for, I
shove it
mean,
in your face like, pay us. Come on, you know you want
yeah,
to.
because I mean TF2 is free to play, and you can just hop in and have access to all the classes and just play.
It's just
I think.
cosmetics on TF2, right?
Wait, say
I
that
didn't
again?
play TF2 in a while, so
Oh, I haven't either.
like I
How
didn't
do I say the
play it
last time I played it?
last
2017.
last time I played it. Maybe it was after. Okay, teams. 2016,
Mm.
March 12th. Yeah, I played it. There. It's been 4 years. Oh God, getting old. Right. What about paid games? What are you playing right now?
Okay.
Okay,
Nothing.
All right. I just this is like another man. Like I feel like I'm just like this is another like you know omission of like how lame games I'm playing recently. It's just like, oh man. It's like, do I want to be honest or do I want to like just play it cool? But okay, for me, I'm pretty much done. Right, I just got done with with Pokemon Sword and Shield or Pokemon Sword in like on the Switch. I mean, it just like good change of pace. Whatever. I play it. It's actually kind of fun. A while until it becomes like totally grindy, but it was all right. Um, so yeah, that's that's the one thing I played now. I'll probably finally check out.
Animal Crossing.
Check out what?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Even though like people already went through the cycle of oh my god I love it greatest, oh my god I hate it, it ruined it. So like I'm behind the curve, but
Yeah. I picked it up, but I haven't played it much. Um, it's my first mainline Animal Crossing game. I played the mobile one a couple years ago, but I haven't played a I guess a normal mainline game
Since
before
I
now.
never owned a Nintendo console, I didn't play any Animal Crossing or any Nintendo game ever.
I mean, that
Well,
was kind of my.
okay, I have to count like Super Mario bootleg version for PC.
I think you showed us that. I think you've shown us that. You found like a
What?
video of it or something?
A bootleg?
Yeah, I think you did. You found a video of it or something. See, I play Guns of Icarus.
Well, of course.
But in all honesty, I do still do SES most weekends. So yeah, like granted I'm biased, but I've been doing competitive since before I was a dev. And Payday 2 is fun, especially because free VR DLC. VR is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's about it. I've got a couple other things on the back burner, like Divinity 2,
Mm-hmm.
Divinity Original Sin 2. That I
Yeah,
need
I've
to finish.
been apart from Guns of Icarus, of course, like because I play that as well sometimes. I purchased, well, pre-ordered with my friends a Doom, the Doom Eternal. I've been playing
Mhm.
that and 64 as well, since it got released on PC, and then I've been playing the Division 2. I need to finish that. And like, let's see. The Witcher 3, I need to finish that as well. Tomb Raider, but the old games. Dark Souls. And also, yesterday I've been playing because I never played it before. I'm pretty sure I didn't play it before because I played a lot of novels, visual novels. But this one, I think you already know what I think about what the game is, because this one is very special. I didn't see this one before, this kind. You have like visual novels with cute anime girls, and then you have psychological horror. So yeah, I've been
Which one are
playing
you
Doki
talking
Doki Literature Club.
Oh, good. Great.
Good, great, yeah. I didn't sleep after that. But yeah, I'm fine.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. No spoilers then.
No spoilers. I did
I mean,
finish
I've read it,
everything.
the end
Well,
is
I don't know if
interesting. It's
everything,
very
but
meta.
I think pretty much. Well, I got till the reset. So like when you need to reset it or reinstall it.
Huh.
So I think I got everything, unless there's like a surprise that you
It's
can
been
like
a while for me. I'm
continue.
not certain.
I also seen like it modifies the files and stuff. So I've been tracking that as well. And since I code in Python, I also was not studying, that's a strong word, but like looking over the code because it's in Python as well. Like some scripts. I've played that as well. And let's see. I also played Insurgency Sandstorm with my friends.
Hmm.
And I have a bunch
We
of games
haven't
here
played.
installed that I need to finish.
Let's see what we're talking about. I guess multiplayer games. I
Multiplayer?
mean, it wasn't identified, but I used to really enjoy Killing Floor way back in the day.
Way
I haven't played
back
much
in
Killing
the
Floor
day.
2.
I
Yeah.
did play first, and I have the second one.
Oh, okay. Well, I have the second one. I played it a little bit, then it was like, I think I'd rather just play more of the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
The first one I
I don't know.
played is for
The first one is
24.
so campy. It's great.
I see. True. It's more. The first one is more of a
That
like
and I knew it.
defense
I had everything
of a
unlocked.
point rather
Yeah.
than because two, you could potentially like defend the point, but like you have so many options that they can like break defense, so it's more of on the move type of game.
Mm.
Like you separate into two squads or something and just move around the map. But yeah, I've been playing Killing Floor
I'll have to
1 for
try it out
24
someday.
hours, and the second one I played was 56 hours.
I have 365 in Killing Floor 1.
Okay.
Which is like, oh, that's not that much. It's not even in my top 10.
The most I played. Where can I see?
uh,
Oh, it's in like profile, right? Like the top played games.
um, if you click in Steam now, if you click home and then scroll down to all games, if you have that one displayed, you can sort by hours played.
Oh, I see. So I've played Guns of Icarus for over 2,354 hours, plus another 689 for Alliance.
Uh-huh.
444 hours for Payday 2. 420 for Garry's Mod.
Good.
And 605 for Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, but of course, 309 for Global Offensive, and let's see, what did I play? 194 for Witcher 3, and also
I
Left
have
4
I
Dead.
have I have 1100 hours in Payday 2.
1,800?
1100.
1100.
And it's my
Jeez.
fourth highest. Well, Guns of Icarus and Guns of Icarus Alliance, like the two of them are.
Like,
But
are you a
yeah.
full level by now?
Huh? I stopped. I stopped at 13 because I didn't care and didn't want to be grinding for levels anymore.
I am like 7, I think.
I mean, it doesn't take too long to like to grind those out if you really like if you put your mind to it and have a friend who's max rank that can like just take you through some stuff.
Mhm.
It's like stealth missions. It's not too tough. So like I mean, I'll admit that was most of that. It didn't take me too long. Anyway,
All right then. If you guys have any questions, let us know. It doesn't need to be Muse games really. It can be like what games you like or something like that, or what's your first game. So please ask away any questions. Um. So yeah, it's been a hell of a 3-week quarantine here. My
yeah, I just
location.
gotta. I like hearing your experiences about it because, like I said, like I've said numerous times, it has not changed much of anything for me.
Yeah.
So I need to hear your experience with it so that
Did you sleep
I
well?
know things are
Bonesard
helpful.
asked. I did, at least. How about you?
Uh,
This is fine.
I honestly like I have been having more trouble sleeping, or just sleeping at a kind of a regular schedule. I part of it's just like the typical like work stress, right? Like you know yeah, just I mean obviously with Embr now, like we're rushing towards early access, getting early access ready. There's like all kinds of stress, right? Like we were just like obviously with the whole like um publisher, like just the whole like venturing out and looking at different opportunities with publishers, just like like that whole um I guess that whole like process has been really stressful. So there are a lot of things that are just like typical stress related, right? But I think the anxiety, I mean, especially like the first week of being remote, just like watching everything that's going around the city, people losing jobs, um, just hospitals being filled to the brim now, and cases, death like rising, and having friends who like have friends who are in ICU, like people we know that Warren that died, like it's just there's yeah, I mean it's pretty tough. I mean I think that anxiety has definitely like just coupled with long periods of isolation, right? Like it has definitely wore on me. I know it's like worn on like a lot of basically a lot of people on the team, like George and Warren. We talk about it. It's definitely wearing on us, and Alex and whatnot. It's definitely been hard. So I think the anxiety has definitely affected my sleep. So no, I mean I haven't been really sleeping as well as I should
Mm.
or as well as normal. And like a lot of some of it's just like the like I am obsessed with climbing, right? And or bouldering at least, and that's taken away. So it's kind of like a big routine, like a big weekly routine has kind of been taken away, and then like I think so. Just like I think just like last night or the night before, I was like dreaming that I was like climbing, and then while I was climbing, everybody's like coughing, So,
Oh,
so,
jeez.
so it's like, oh, it's like so it went from like a really good dream of climbing to like a nightmare, right? Like all at the same time. I think it just kind of reflects
Wow.
my mental state right now.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a lot happened since the 3 week quarantine. government change, and then like some, of course, conspiracy theories, and also like the limitations we got and stuff like that. Like we are not allowed to. Not, okay, so all shops except for like grocery stores, drug stores and stuff like that, they are open, but like most of them are closed. On Sunday everything is closed. Of course all the events and stuff are canceled and prohibited. And like we have over 400 confirmed cases in the country now. And like most of it is of course in the capital city. People are losing jobs, even though the companies are getting paid for not firing people. Hi Def Team, Prince Strawberry Rose Milk. Greetings. Anyway, so yeah, it's been hard, and like all the news stations are talking about COVID-19 and nothing else. Yeah, it's hell of a quarantine here. Like I'm home like for those 3 weeks. I haven't been anywhere except for
I
like
think,
grocery store.
yeah, I mean, personally, like it's obviously a disruption, right? But it really is just a disruption. Like I have friends, a number of friends actually, who are working on the front line. I have a friend who is a anesthesiologist, like anesthesiologist, or anesthesiology nurse. I have a friend who's an ER doctor, actually two who are ER doctors right now, working front line. Um, I mean, it's just kind of, it's incredible, right? Like there are, you know, basically asking like friends for mask donations, because they're like desperate for masks, right? Like, and it's just like, oh, the government's saying, oh yeah, like whatever the stuff that the government's saying about, like, there's like ample mass, there's care of the supply chain and whatever. On the ground is so far, in New York, it has not been true, and that's like really, really just um, frustrating, or anger inducing to hear. And just like, so like, relatively speaking, like we're obviously, I'm fortunate, right? Like we're thankful, we're really fortunate, but yeah, on the ground, like just hearing uh, friends kind of whispering, like it's definitely pretty dire. Situation in New York is not very good, um, and it probably won't be good for another while. Like we're just the just in the city alone, right? We're like at what, 1,600 deaths now. Um, you know,
Too many.
It's a
so
lot, yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it's like people we know die, right? Like people we know, like there's a I guess acquaintance that I know already passed away from this. There's like family friend of Warren's who's passed away from this. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, oh shit, reality is like kind of sinking in. It's real. Yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, you're right there
And
in
it's like
the center of
how,
it.
I mean, part of it is just like, harrowing. It's like frightening, right? And it's like really sad. It's heart wrenching. Like the school, so I actually volunteer, like I've been volunteering at this high school in the South Bronx, for a couple of years now. Just in different ways. Sometimes I'll tutor the kids. Sometimes I'll like just help with their like finances, or just like getting them like software and whatever. Just whatever I can do to help. So I've been volunteering there for 2 years now, right? And South Bronx, they're obviously serving the poorest, not just the poorest district in New York, but the poorest district, one of the poorest district, if not the poorest district in the country. I mean, you would think that, oh, New York is like, oh, it's like super wealthy and affluent, but the wealth and poverty disparity is astronomical in New York. Like the poorest neighborhoods in New York are some of the poorest places the country, right? And the richest are the richest. And it's like just it's a metropolis of extremes. Um, so now those families, the low income families are super hard hit, right? Because they have maybe service jobs and they have like hospitality jobs that are gone now, right? A lot of families have no income, and so like the school has been like helping them to pay for groceries and rent or whatever, and then they started a GoFundMe just now, like today, right? And but then yeah, it's like just kind of seeing that, it's sort of, I mean, it kind of puts everything in perspective. It hits home, and it's also like this in New York, like we probably shouldn't have gotten. I mean, it might be like political, like to say, but yeah, we probably should not have gone, you know, to this place, right? Um, Especially in New York, like all the Asian countries now, sure, they have a second wave, they're trying to contain it, whatever, but by and large, they have managed to contain this really well. It's just by being alert early and doing testing early and sort of applying these social distancing rules early. Um, and obviously, we didn't do that. We didn't do that as a city. We didn't do that as a state. We didn't do that as a country. And now, like, this thing becomes like it's basically it brought the city down. So, like, unbelievably, right? Like, we're like one of the I mean, the wealthiest city in the at least in the U.S. at least. Um,
I
it's
see.
like basically brought down to its knees, and it's like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think like this is very hard on everyone affected. Sometimes, like most of the time, at least, people get through the coronavirus even if they are infected, which is good. Like at least it's not like really lethal, but still. Uh,
It's, yeah, I think we just don't have all the information yet, and we won't until much later. Because you see like, oh, it's not that lethal, but then you hear about the cases. You
I
hear about
mean,
cases where
yeah,
it is
of
and it's
course,
super
like
lethal, and
there's still
it's hard
cases
to tell.
where like a person get absolutely destroyed by the virus. Anyway, let's do some positive stuff since we have a few minutes left. So I did see uh, a question. How are you guys feeling and what are you doing for fun? So we already started a conversation there, but in case anyone is not looking and just listening to this podcast, um, or blog or whatever, Inkjet is listening to podcasts and seeing and playing video games, of course. And I'm playing video games and study, which is it's not fun, but it's something else. Oh yeah. Um, but yeah. So video games, I play video games like more than ever.
Hmm.
Well, of
I
course,
said I
after I got of course, like after 15 years. Like of course, when I was a kid, I was playing games all the time.
yeah, I mentioned I really enjoy uh podcasts, but and that that deals with a variety of kinds, but my favorites stories, radio dramas, whatever you'd call them these days. Uh, I can I can just have them on while I'm working or driving or whatever. The flexibility is good.
I see.
I think I probably listened. I could check in my podcatcher, but it I think I listened to like 4 or 5 hours of podcasts a day. Just like constantly.
I am not sure of podcast fan, like at least when it comes to watching or listening. Unless it's a very interesting like topic they're discussing. Otherwise, I don't do that.
You don't listen to podcasts?
Uh,
Hmm.
like okay, I do use YouTube, and there are podcasts as well,
Right.
but like I don't use Amazon or for instance because it's not available in our country. Um,
I just use Podcast Addicts. You can find, and I mean there's others available. But just a podcast catcher on Android. You can usually find like an RSS feed for whatever and just load it in.
and the RSS feed as well. Like I don't use that.
Yeah, pretty much. A radio drama like the Silver Shadow from Fallout. Basically, get some Dragnet in here. You want to be super dated? No,
Yes, I can say
but
yes.
there are a lot of new things like in that same vein that are being created. The I was gonna say community. The radio drama is alive and well. If you, well, I was gonna say nowhere to look, but that would just be like, well, just tell me. But I don't know. I've just kind of I found a few here and there, and then I followed them on Twitter. Then they link to others and that kind of thing. I don't know if is a good place to just find everything. I guess I could make a tweet like, "Hey, these are the ones I enjoy." That's what the cool people do, right? Tweet more than once
Cool
every
kids
month.
do these days. Like, with all the memes and stuff. That's what
Tales of
cool
New
kids
Albion.
do, right?
Tales of New Albion is the name is familiar. I've not listened to it though.
No clue.
Yeah. Like I said, there are a lot of them. There's I mentioned Strange Case of Starship Iris. I really enjoy. Uh, Relativity is cool. I haven't listened to the last season yet though. Penumbra podcast. This is good. just to name a few.
All right, we have
Yeah,
what?
we were getting up to the end of the hour here.
Yeah, we
If you want to talk
have
more about
2 or 3
podcasts,
minutes.
if you want to talk more about podcasts, ping me in off topic on Guns of Icarus or off topic on Embr Discord. Something we could. Oh, oh, cool.
And if you want more streams, I guess you can ping me. I also do sometimes stream on my personal account. So you see my name in under my face, so you can find me on Twitch, Mix, or what? On Twitter.
So, we are coming up to the end of the hour. Don't go anywhere though. We will. No, wait, no, wait. We won't be streaming dev games, will we?
No, I have to
Okay,
go.
never mind. If you want to join, we'll be doing dev games in Guns of Icarus right at the top of the hour. But we will not be streaming it today, unfortunately, because Renee has to go. Um, if you haven't already, please go wishlist Embr on Steam. And if you see any other indie games that you think look cool, wishlist them. It really, really matters. It's really important. It may
Yeah,
not feel like it on your end, but it's super important.
it really does. Yeah, just wish list them all. This is can't. There's nothing to lose. Um,
Yeah, it takes it takes just a couple seconds of your time, and it is much more valuable than just a couple seconds to the game creators.
yeah.
Why not make a radio drama for Guns of Icarus? That would be amazing if somebody
But
wants to do that.
Okay, so what is radio drama about? Like, what is it?
Well, it's like a play, I guess, like except with no visual medium. You have the voices, you have sound effects.
Like, you have a
And
story or something?
yeah, yeah. It's like
Ah.
imagine watching a play with your eyes closed, kind of
I
like
think.
that.
Well, I mean, one idea could just be, you know, just read off of our Discord. Just straight up do a Discord reading. I think that will feel an entertaining hour a week.
You know what? I want in on that.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to write and produce a Guns of Icarus theme or a podcast story in the Guns of Icarus, let me know. I want to be part of that, or at least listen to it. That'd be great.
All right. Any last thoughts before we close the stream?
We do have Embr alpha testing this afternoon. There is not a new build yet. I'm not sure if we'll have one by.
Okay, so for example, right, if I just read off of just randomly pick some Embr stream to read off of, it's like lens. Does this signify as game over house? Picture of. I actually close it. Can't really tell without animation, but yeah, that seems pretty game over.
All right. By the way, if you weren't here, we will be doing charity live stream over at Embr GN, Embr Gaming Network. They're doing a charity live stream, so we will be participating April 11th. So if you want to find out more, you can go to their Discord. I don't know the link to their Discord, but also Twitter, Embr EMBR GN. So with that, I'm going to end the stream. So thanks everyone for watching, and stay safe and have fun, I guess, during the quarantine at least. But yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good one. Take care. See ya.